Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video we're doing a bit of dead baiting for perch. So to start this video off, I'm just going to go over the baits that we're using and the rig and rod and gear and things that I'd set up while I was catching these specific fish. So if I just go and prepare my bait, I'll show you, and then I'll run over how to set the rig up and obviously the gear that I've just mentioned. Okay, so basically what we're using is a small roach. You also get little skimmers and occasionally perch, like frozen with them. But all these baits are like maybe 2 to 3 inches in size, so they're absolutely ideal for your bigger perch. I did catch quite a few in the session. The smallest one probably about 14 ounces, but I was only looking for a big one. So it is a method of picking out the bigger fish, but as always you've got even smaller ones in here which a smaller fish would be able to eat, and it's keeping fingers off them, they're freezing. If you drop it into a swim and you don't notice a fish come out, or it's quiet for a bit, it's best to just twitch them about on the bottom, even if it's just sliding across, just a bit of movement to stir some mud up or whatever to try and get the attention of the fish. But because they're dead, you can also chop their heads off and they'll bleed. They have a nice smell to them, so it should draw fish out of snags and, well, wherever you're fishing. Mainly snags for perch anyway. So that's my bait. I'll stick them back in the freezer now. Okay, so first things first, I'm just going to run over each bit. This trace is going a bit curly now. But this is a 25-pound 7-strand wire trace. But I've got that with a nice big size 3 carp hook. Nice big wide gape, so there's plenty of hook there to hold the bait to hold the bait, so it doesn't fall off when you're casting. So I've just crimped that on there, the same with a big swivel on the end. I'll use the exact same rigs for pike, except it'll be a trace with 2 trebles on it. Just a regular cheapo buffer bead. This thing is a law clip. It's called like a twist clip or something like that. You get them from HGO. HGO seem to be the best ones that I've used. They don't fail, they don't bend out, they don't do anything like that. They're absolutely bomb proof. I recommend them. A simple low resistance run ring with the plastic ring on the top. The plastic ring helps, especially when you're using braid. If you was to snag your lead on the bottom and give it a good yank, the braid will just slice through it and it frees the lead in your rig. Also, perch don't like resistance, so that's perfect. So this would be free running around the line. And then simply just a 10-gram pike bob. A 10-gram pike bob float. So it's a really small one, very light, delicate. The bites are very easy to spot. It's just putting bobs like this. Bob, 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 bob. And then another thing you'll need is a rig stop or a float stop. These ones are just the Maver gripper stops. They seem to be alright for braid. I've not had any problems with it. How we set this up is we first need to go on with the float stop, and then we thread our float up the line. Because this is really fine braid, I don't need a bead on it, because the lead and everything and the bait will pull the float up to the stop, no problem at all. So we slide that up. Then next we go in with a resistance ring. So I thread that on the line, just like that. Then we're going with a buffer bead. Send her on. Then what we need to do is we're going to Palomar knot the twist clip onto the line. Oops, it's not Palomar knot, is it? So what you do is just make a big loop, and then we just pass the loop through the eye there. Then we come back around it and pass it back through itself like this. You probably can't see very well on there. My fat fingers are in the way. Just make a loop and then pass the loop back through the loop, and then pull it down, and then we pass the loop that we created over the clip. Oops. But you don't know what I've done and make it too small. Oh no, it's alright. Like that. So we pass it back over the top. And then what you do is you pull it tight with the tag end, and it should cinch down nicely. get a good yank. And that's not going nowhere. Obviously trim that off, but I haven't got scissors with me at the minute. Then we'll just slide it all down. Oh yeah, don't forget your trace. Obviously I'm using a trace because there's pike in the water that I'm fishing for the big perch. If there's no pike around, you can get away with using mono or fluoro or whatever the hell you want, braid. And that's it. You can have a really easy trace changes then if you used to blunt an hook or your wire goes a little bit too kinky or you notice it fraying or something. The twist snap is absolutely ideal for that. It saves cutting your line and then retying again. So you just pull your buffer bead all the way over the top, like that, and just cover the top end of that, the twist lock in, twist snap. And then that is simply it. And then with the run ring, it's just got a little clip on. So you can just put the lead on there, snap it back in. And that is basically it. That's the rig. Just there. Easy as pie. And that's it. That's all it takes. I was recording one. So tackle wise, I've just got an old Witchwood agitator rod. It's the 60 to 100 gram and 9 foot long. In law terms you might think that's a heavy rod, but it's not. It's got quite a flexible tip to it. But I found for the big perch this rod is ideal. It's an absolute pleasure to play on it. But it's also got a bit of backbone in it, you know, for the inevitable capture of a pike if they're in your water. So it's actually, I'd recommend it if you're going to do specific sort of fishing, because you're using dead baits as well as a lead. Well, you might want to use a lead and you got all your floats and terminal tackles on there. The last thing you want to do is use a little tiny perch rod and potentially snap it because you're casting out such a big weight. But yeah, this rod is absolutely lovely. I've just got that paired with a size 3000 Airnos. If you're looking at the spool and it's a bit weird, the washers are a bit dodgy inside it, so it's sent the line a bit weird, but still works, so I can't complain with that. I've also got that paired with 30-pound braid. The braid's important because of the low stretch, you get direct contact to whenever a fish is biting, and it also projects better down to the float, so you can see them little light touchy bites, and you can also feel them. If you're unsure whether it's a bite or not, you feel every little twitch and knock down the line.
Hey, we got one. Nice perch. Very nice perch. Very, very nice perch. Yes, yes, yes. Hell yes. Get in there, boyo. Another one. There go another one. Oh, she's even bigger. It's even bigger. Oh my god. That's a huge one. Dude. It's massive. Oh, yes. He is. God, that's massive. Look at that. It's just inside of its mouth. That's a big. Perch heavy. Come on.
Nah. Funny looking perch. Milk's come out in there, so I'm just going to go and chuck him back, I think. For the better. Fine guys, so I'm going to call it quits there. It's getting windy. But we've had some cracking perch and a few pike along the way, which are a bycatch. It's not foolproof dead baiting for big perch when there's pike present in your water, but obviously it works. And yeah, can't be happier. Hey, you just have to try it on your own waters now. So thank you for watching, comment, subscribe, and don't poo in the bath, and I'll see you at the next one.